Hi there, this is Ingrid Yang. I'm here to show you how to perform downward facing dog and to explain some of the common mistakes that we make. So one of the biggest issues with downward facing dog, and yes, I did wear this shirt purposely, is that we often don't have the hamstring flexibility to perform downward facing dog correctly. Here's also my dog here to assist in helping because she clearly is an expert in downward facing dog. Because we don't have the hamstring flexibility, typically we'll put too much weight forward on the shoulders and wrists. So I'll explain how to avoid that. But first I'll show you how to perform downward facing dog correctly. So here we are in downward facing dog. And the key really is to be sure that the heels press back and you're lengthening through the backs of the legs, pressing into the hands and dropping the chest back toward the shins. So this is your correct downward facing dog. You're making a V shape with your body. And you're really extending back. So the key here is to stretch through the backs of the legs and free up the low back. Often, when we have really tight hamstrings, what will happen is that we'll shift the chest forward because our hamstrings don't have the flexibility to press back, right? And what I do see often is that people are really just shaking here because they're putting undue stress and weight on the wrists and the shoulders, and those joints were really not meant to bear weight for long periods of time. So, if you don't have the hamstring flexibility to perform downward facing dog in its full form, what I recommend would be to bend the knees. So for instance here, if I'm forward on the shoulders and the wrists because I don't have the hamstring flexibility, I'll bend the knees deeply and then I'll work on shifting the chest back and straightening, pressing strong into the hands so that I can take my weight out of the shoulders and the wrists. So notice, again, my knees can bend as much as I want them to. And then that really frees up space in the low back so that I can take the weight out of the wrists and shoulders and shift the weight back in space into my hips. So again, you're here and you're like really trying to straighten those legs, but the purpose here won't be to straighten the legs. It'll be to take the weight off of the wrists and shoulders by bending the knees, shift the weight back into the chest, look up maybe towards the belly button or the shins, relax your head and neck, and then slowly in time, maybe over weeks or months, you can start straightening the backs of the legs, pressing the heels back in toward the mat. But take your time. Keep the knees bent as much as you need to until eventually, but you notice even here, I'm pretty flexible. And when I then straighten my legs, I kind of take some flexibility out of my low back. So it's okay to keep a little micro bend in my knees. Okay, so press those heels back. You can bend the knees, take the weight off of the wrists and the shoulders. All right, that's it. If you have any questions, you can contact me on my website, ingridyang.com, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.